Okay, while we're talking about old cases, let's talk about Jennifer Kesey's disappearance. I think of her all the time. So back in January of 2006, Jennifer was 24 years old, and she had moved to Orlando, Florida for a job and had recently purchased a condo. Now, Jennifer's parents lived outside of Tampa, and she also had a boyfriend who lived about 3 hours south in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. So just prior to her disappearance, Jennifer and her boyfriend Rob had been to St. Croix in the U.S. Virgin Islands for a weekend getaway. And they arrived back in Fort Lauderdale on Sunday, January the 22nd. And so that night, Jennifer stayed with Rob, and then the following morning, January 23rd, Monday, she gets up and she drives the 3 hours from Fort Lauderdale directly to work. And while on her way to work that Monday morning, Jennifer talks to her mom on the phone, and then when she gets off work at 6 p.m. that night, she talks to her dad on the phone and her brother on the phone. And then at 10 p.m. on January the 23rd, she and her boyfriend Rob talk on the phone. The next morning on Tuesday, January the 24th, Jennifer does not show up to work, and so her parents receive a call from her employer letting them know that she has not shown up to work. They decide to make the approximately 2-hour drive to Orlando to look for Jennifer. And upon arriving at her condo complex, they discover that her car is missing. She is not there either. But they do discover like a damp bath towel, and her contact lenses are not in the case. And they also discover puddles of water around her tub and shower area. So it was like she got up and got ready for work that morning. Now, 2 days after Jennifer went missing, her car was found parked at another apartment complex about a mile from where Jennifer lived. Now, this apartment complex did have video surveillance. However, way back in 2006, all it did was it took a photo every 3 seconds. And this is the surveillance video that was captured. You can see a male walking along the fence. He is the one that parked the car, they believe. But every time a photo is taken, a fence post obscures his face. In 2018, her parents sued the Orlando Police Department for access to her records, and I think they had to pay like $80,000 to get these records. And with the release of records, it was also agreed upon that the Orlando PD would no longer oversee this case. This is Michael Toretta. He is now the PI that is searching for Jennifer. And she is still missing 17 years later.